Hello, I am the Woods Wood, playing with the wood I find in the woods. Today, this is what I'm making. This is my first video after 3 years. This is me finding this little piece out in the woods. Disease killed this pine tree, and if it decays in a very specific way, I'm able to go out in the woods and find these little pieces of wood. And coming up here, here's Hawkeye, and show you how I go from that to that. And for me, the art is finding them, not necessarily making the little pieces. So here we go, my first video. And this is what I guess you would call step 2. This is, the power washer is quite the cheat. I've only been doing this type of art for 3 years, and the first 2 years I cleaned everything with a wire brush. So this saves some serious wear and tear on my forearm and shoulder. So this is the first cleaning, and here comes the noisy machine. I'm going to have to turn the volume down. Okay, I have the volume turned off for a little bit. There is a little bit of a warning coming up. I do turn the volume back on, and it is quite. Some of the tools are very unpleasant sounding. But basically, I don't know how long this is, but this is just me using a whole bunch of different tools to clean it up, or whatever it is exactly that I do. So this is the process. Well, I guess I can talk a little more during this quiet part. So again, I've only been doing this for 3 years, and this exact tool right here is what actually makes it possible for me to make multiples or make more. In the beginning, this was all done with little files, which you'll see here in a little bit. But this little thing in the next couple coming up really made it possible to I don't know, mass produce or not wreck my hands cleaning them up, and it also does a much better job. So yeah, this was all just, I had to figure it out, and but for whatever reason, there's a whole bunch of really handy tools out there on the internet for doing what I wound up needing them to do. So Gracious, it really looks like I'm going through it fast. I think it was this being my first video. I'm thinking about video length time and trying to decide if or trying to think about whether I'm going to fast forward it or not. So I think I'm slightly fast forwarding in real life because I'm just cranking through. I think I try to take a little bit more care than that. It's kind of quick. This little comparison thing, or this is when I thought I wasn't going to have any audio whatsoever, voiceover, or text, whatever. So I was going to try to show what I was doing, but that's what that was. So finished product and product being made. Yeah. Yeah, here again, I'm going really fast. This, what I do with this tool is really kind of hard to explain. Sometimes the tops, you can do some cool artistic things. I could add some shape to the top with this tool, not necessarily on this one. This one's just a small, really super basic one. The grooves aren't super great, and it's just would make a nice little thing to sit on the desk. But yeah, I'm just going. So yeah, here's the other tool that makes this all possible. I used it earlier, but boy, oh boy, it cleans fast. But what I'm doing here, and what I really like about this art project, this type of art is that I'm doing is, if I spend a lot of time with this, it burnishes it and gives it a really cool finish. Again, this is kind of a basic piece. It doesn't have a lot of pizzazz, but there's some pieces where you can really hit it with that metal wheel for a long time and really get the wood to smooth it out. Yeah. I think this is me just still trying to stay traditional. A couple of those other tools, and a couple that I didn't necessarily use yet, actually do a better job than this does. But there's a couple things that I like the little files for, but I don't know, a little bit of feels a little bit more hands-on to get the files out and do a little or the big cheat. Just get the sander out. Oh my gosh! Just compared to that first year when, oh my gosh, I didn't have any of these tools just at hand like that. So quite the cheats. But this does do a good job on a couple of these parts. So. Now, coming up here, since I got a few minutes to get a chance to talk about the next step coming up, truly, this version, this pine art that I'm doing, that I'm showing in this, would not be possible if I come in up and you see me get the drill out and I drill the hole for the little piece of metal rod that's going to go in and support it. It is just, I don't want to use the term a miracle, but it's somehow that drill bit's going to go in there and not rip out. And it's actually a fairly easy thing to do compared to how hard it should be. You're kind of drilling into the branch part. These are very small, so the branches coming out would be you're kind of drilling into the center of where the branch would have been. But I yeah, none of these mountings that the mounting part, which is what I like to do, is on my side, which is the artistic part. For me, is giving them either motion or presence. That blue thing's also great. It kind of burnishes it. So, same with the metal one, does better. But this right here, if that thing wouldn't take that drill bit like that, I wouldn't. I'd have to hang them all. I wouldn't be able to mount them on standing up. So this was quite a surprise early on to find out that I could do that. And there's still very sappy, still very wet inside. So, and here comes the bigger drill bit. So that was just the little pilot because it's a really small one. But this and those Dremel tools are. Yeah, I'm trying to show that I'm gonna put that little metal rod in there and hold it up. So, and here come the bases. The bases. Oh my gosh, that's the that's the hardest part, making those bases, because I want it to have a solid, smooth finish and not have the grain show through when I paint them. So, but this part right here is the miracle that little drill bit will go up there without ripping out. Just made so many different things possible. So many different things to be able to do with them possible. Is kind of like those two there to the left. Well, they're all standing up, but all right, I think I'm wrapping up here. Well, actually, I guess I'm not that close to being done. I haven't put the finish on yet, so I knew ahead of time that I wanted the round base for this one. That the square base will be for the next video I do. Very similar, showing me getting it out of the woods and power washing it. And it's a much bigger one. I don't know how I'm going to do that. That video is going to be an hour long to clean that thing up. I might have to stop a cheat, or I don't know. That'll only be my second video, so this is my first one. So here we are. This is what I was going for. That actually stood up perfectly. I didn't usually have to bend the metal to get it to. Wow, I mean, that one was really easy, actually. Usually I have to bend the metal a lot to get it to sit how I want, but I think I'm going to file that so that it takes the paint better when I get ready to paint it. And now we're getting close to finishing. No, I probably should not have shellacked that side before or while I was still working on it, but I wanted to show the difference between shellac and wax, and in this case, the wax made it way darker than the shellac. So there's two different. Each side's a little bit different there, meaning that I'm going to only shellac one side, and then I'm going to wax the other side, just so that it has two different finishes. But yeah, that's the shellac side sitting on the, on the workbench. Whoops. I was trying to be efficient with my recording time here. Here comes a little artistic decision. I'm going to break that little piece off the bottom there. I don't, just something I didn't like about it. And I'm getting pretty close to done here. You get to see the difference between that's the shellac side, and a little wax from the other side comes through. But I just wanted to show both finishes here. And here comes the, let's remember to buff the wax side. So give it a little bit more of a waxed finish. And the little metal post here will get spray painted black, but this is me doing the art side, the mounting it, giving it either motion or presence is my desired effect, desired look. And yeah, the hard part, as I said, is finding them, not necessarily making them. So there he is. All right, on the woods wood, playing with the wood, finding the woods.